Hey. Hey. Hey, man.
What? What's going on?
You awake?
No, I'm still asleep.
Oh, well then.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just can't sleep.
Uh,
It's just... Did you fall asleep again?
no, I'm listening.
It's just... I was thinking... I don't know. About life. You know? And it's weird. Right?
What's weird?
I don't know. Everything.
Uh,
Never mind. Good night.
good night.
But hey.
Yes.
Well... What do you think?
About what?
Where do we come from? Why is there life? What's up with... everything? Like... the universe... and stuff.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of theories and beliefs.
But what do you believe? That there was a big bang and all that stuff? What about the moment before all that?
Well, the way I see it, it must have been something like, you know,
In the beginning, there was nothing. Now, some people would say, there's nothing in there. But they'd be wrong, because it wasn't just nothing. It was nothing. This nothing was exactly like you'd imagine nothing would be. It looked like nothing. Now, some people would say that's because there was nothing in there. But they'd be wrong. Imagine yourself without your body and without your brain. Now listen to your own thoughts. You're thinking in your native tongue, aren't you? Well, now imagine that you've never learned to speak in your language. How would your thoughts sound like? Would you even know what you're thinking? Well, nothing is a bit like that. It was a thought without a voice. A thought that focused on nothing. Because in the beginning, there was nothing to focus on. And that was it. This one time, nothing was thinking about nothing. And it realized that, well, it didn't know itself that much. It started asking questions. Am I important? Do I really matter? But there was, of course, no way to answer those questions. Because there was only nothing. So nothing made a wish. I wish to know if I really matter. And because the only thing that could stop a wish from nothing being granted was nothing, the wish was granted. And suddenly, there was something. Imagine that all your senses are working perfectly, but there's nothing to feel. Not even yourself, because you have no self. You're just nothing. That's how something felt. It was pure curiosity, eager to see, to hear, to taste, to touch, and to smell anything. But there's only nothing. So something wished, I want to feel everything. So out of the wish of nothing and something came everything. And everything was, well, everything grew and grew without limits. And in order to feel all of it, something chose to turn itself into shapes and parts of everything. Something became fascinated, watching and smelling and tasting and hearing and touching everything. And it realized that it felt another thing too, above and beyond and inside and outside of everything, but different. It was nothing, reminding something that there was a purpose it had forgotten, a mission that was a question to answer. Do I matter? So something divided and became many, and many started their search for the real importance of nothing. But something went wrong, and many were confused. As much as many tried to find the answer, they had a problem because they became so divided and separate. Something was lost, and many had forgotten the question. Many thought that they had a better question, or a better answer, and sometimes many disagreed with many. So many fought a lot amongst themselves. So many lost touch with something, and many lost everything. And many couldn't care less about anything, and nothing. And they only cared about being many, and staying many. Many started to believe that everything was created by something, just for their own enjoyment, and that they shouldn't care about nothing, and that there was no such thing as nothing, only everything, and that something had always existed, even before everything. That's how many forgot that they themselves were the something, and that had began the quest to find the answer to the question made by nothing. And many started looking for something, without realizing that it was, and that many started just going around in circles, getting nowhere. Among the many, sometimes, someone would retain some of the original curiosity, and some almost remembered, felt a little hint of the question. And those were the few, and the few were closer to something and everything. When the few came together in peace, sometimes they would catch a glimpse of something, and they found it beautiful. But they were few, and something didn't show up for long. Sometimes they tried to make something happen by singing and dancing and lighting candles. But sometimes the most fortunate of the few finally got it, and knew that they themselves were something, and that they were beautiful, and that they were something because they had each other, and in each other they had everything. And when you're something that has everything, the answer is simple. Nothing is more important. Nothing really matters.
I don't know. I guess there was nothing, and then something came up and made everything, right?
Well, that's simple. Hey,
What's up?
thanks, man. Thanks for the company.
Hey, no problem. That's what we're here for.